Hey guys, hey. Sorry about yesterday, guys. I had some technical problems with the computer and everything. You all know how that goes. So today is supposed to be day 4 of the 10-day natural non-toxic lifestyle. But because I didn't go live yesterday, I will be combining them today. So we're gonna do day 3 and day 4 together. So day 3 consists of we're gonna do talk about reducing the processed oil, the consumption of processed oils. Nothing long, just gonna point out a couple of oils to be careful with, or to even just remove out of your diet. Period. So uh, step 1, we talked about removing a lot of products out of your like makeup, beauty products, and things of that sort that contained a lot of chemicals and preservatives that was bad for your health or your skin, irritations, things of that sort. Day 2, we talked about just removing like processed meats, how to choose your meat, whether you wanted to choose natural meat or organic meat or naturally raised meat, and choosing fresh and frozen vegetables, how to choose substitutes when we don't have the means, products that we're looking for. Sometimes we may have to go out of our neighborhood to get to those products. We may have to go to 2 or 3 stores, and it can be inconvenient, but it's rewarding in the end. And when you look at your kitchen and your refrigerator and you feeling a lot better, it'll be something that you will do more naturally, and it'll just become part of your lifestyle. Just like eating bad. It's easy to it's easy to eat bad because it's at our fingertips. It's easy to do anything bad because almost anything bad is at our fingertips. So we just make use of it, get comfortable with it, and once our bodies get comfortable with it, our mind goes with it eventually. So we start thinking like, hey, I'm living this long, I'm good. So now um, we want to start trying to at least incorporate some of these natural and non-toxic healthy lifestyles. So today again, we're going to talk about processed oils. And we know some of the oils we eat. We like to eat a lot of fried foods. It's just good. It's just good. And even if it's not fried, we still add a lot of processed oils to um, our baked items, stews, anything that we may consider even dry, or things of that sort. So we're gonna try to remove some of the oils, or like I said, cut down. Some of the oils that I want to name are, something like, like canola oil. You got the vegetable oil. You have soybean. You have safflower. You have sunflower oil, peanut oil, ooh, cottonseed oil. Then you have your margarines. You have your butters, and you have your vegetable oils. So and then you have your food, your processed foods, your cookies, your crackers. All of these contains oils. So you want to be mindful of how the amount, and you want to be mindful of the kind you're consuming. Because some of these oils are more high in fat than others. So um, we want to be mindful, because you're going to eat your snacks and things like that. So you're going to eat snacks with the oils, then you're going to go home and cook with the oils. So all of this is adding on to your uh, body fat, your cholesterol, stuff, things like that. So you have to keep that in mind. So when you think about canola oil, like it with canola oil, it's basically extracted from um I was about to say grapeseed, but it's basically extracted from a rapeseed plant, and it has lower levels of a toxic urushic acid. I think I said that correctly. But it's high in fats. It's and they consider the urushic acid safe at a 2% level. But this canola oil is used in industrial areas. So I think I mentioned that day two when I was trying to figure out. It was like, I'm like, it's something about this canola oil. I just can't think about it. But it's basically because of the urushic acid is used in higher amounts of it is used in industrial areas, but they lower it at a 2%. They lower it to 2% where it'd be safe enough to put into these products that we're consuming. Put it like that. So just think they're using this in industrial areas for everything, environmental, cars, and stuff like that. So, and we are consuming it. So it's bad enough that we were breathing it, but we're also consuming it. So then you have the cottonseed. Cottonseed is similar to like a soybean, and you have a lot of people that's really mindful. That's some people steer away from the soybean because of the soy, you know, and I'm still looking into it, but from what I've read and seen in a lot of products, that there are some good soy products. You just have to know how to look for them and everything. So, but the soybean is the soybean oil is high in omega the omega-6 fatty acids, put it like that. I think I said it right. So they're high in these fatty acids, and that's one of the reasons why you want to be careful with it, because because they high in these fats, and again, like I said, and you eating other foods that have these fatty oils, is basically an overload. You know, you overload on all of these fatty oils. Now you're at risk of inflammation. You're at risk of heart disease. All kind of bad things that's for your body. Now you're at the hospital, and they're telling you to lower your cholesterol. You can't eat this. Now you're forced to eat a different diet that you don't even want to eat. It's not that you could choose certain foods. You have to be restricted to this diet now for a certain amount of time until your body comes back to normal. So before you get your body to that point, you want to, put it under control yourself. So the oils that you may want to consider using, and some of you are probably using these oils, which is coconut oil, grapeseed oil. You have the virgin sesame oil. Then you have virgin. What was that other one? The virgin olive oil. Now with the olive oils, you want to be careful with, because they have a lot of different olive oils on the market, and they're portraying to be something that they're not. Just like a lot of other foods. But when you're using these oils, you want to make sure that they're either cold pressed or unrefined. Yes. So like the coconut oil, it'd be nice. It's best when it's cold pressed and unrefined. These should be on the labels of these products when you're picking them. When you using sesame oil, like an extra virgin sesame oil, is almost similar to using like a vitamin E, because they're antioxidant. They contain zinc and a lot of other minerals, and think calcium, copper, iron. They contain similar ingredients. Now, it's one oil that I've been trying to get my hands on. I have not quite used, but I want to use. And I don't know, maybe you all tried, maybe some of you all tried it, but that oil is like, it's a hemp, a Nutiva hemp oil. And like I said, I've been trying to. The only thing about this oil, this is used on cold foods. What they will call cold applications, but you use it on foods like salads, sandwiches, smoothies, stuff like that. But it's a hemp oil, so and it also contains fatty acids and other and it contains like nut and seed oils, stuff like that. So I want to really try it, but these are some of the oils that you want to try to consider using in your kitchen when you're cooking, or when you're preparing your foods. Um, when you're using now, with the coconut oil, some I don't know. I've tried it and I prefer not to. But when you're using coconut oil, I do not really fry any foods in it because it burns really quick. It burns really quick and it's very, very thin. So the most I would do as far as using coconut with high heat is maybe saute. That's about it. And I'm doing that real quick because when it get to popping and burning, baby, it's over. I ain't trying to get burned by no oil. Oil burns? No. But the olive oil, the grapeseed oil, um, that's the oil. If I decided to fry some foods, that's the oil that I would use to fry my foods. And you can use sesame oil as well, but I prefer um, the olive oil. So that would be those would be the top oils that you should consider using in your kitchen. Use less of the oils that we talked about. The canola oil, remember the canola oil contains the uric acid, a 2% level at a safer level, but this chemical was also used in the industrial areas at a higher level. So just be mindful of that as well with the canola oil. And the vegetable oil is almost the same. Then you got the cottonseed. All of those oils you want to like remove out of your kitchen, period. Or if you want to use the vegetable oil, you want to use less of it and try to incorporate more of the other oils that we talked about. And the reason why these oils, like the coconut oil, the grapeseed oil, sesame seed oil, the reason why they are not really meant for frying, more like for seasoning and stuff like that. So we all know that fried foods is not supposed to be a part of our diet. So these oils you can use, but are really not meant for frying. That's why I was like, the coconut oil, I'm not about to fry anything, for coconut oil. There may be some experts out there that know how, but I'm not that. But they're really not meant for frying. But if you do choose to fry your foods, these are the oils that are lower in fatty acids. So yeah, just reconsider changing your oils out in your kitchen. So with that was what we're going to talk about as far as day 3. Now, day 4, I kind of like switched them up a little bit. I wanted to talk about the laundry last. So I kind of switched them up because day 3 was supposed to be the laundry and day 4 was supposed to be about the oil consumption. But because I'm doing them both today, I can switch them up. So that was convenient for me. And it's still convenient for you all because you're still getting the goodies. So we're going to move on to day 4. Now, day 4 is more talking about, I know you all like, what do natural and non-toxic has to do with laundry, with clothes? Duh. What do you wash your clothes with? What do you wash your clothes in? How much do you use? And based on the chemicals that's in that product, the more you use, the more chemicals get in your clothes. Have you ever wondered why you were breaking out, or why you have these allergies, or getting sick? It's something in the detergent. It's not just the foods, it's what we're putting on our bodies as well. So laundry detergent and clothes whitening. And when I mean clothes whitening, I'm talking about bleaching products. Yeah, we all are in love with bleach. Bleach will just cure the whole world of this big, huge infection. So yeah, we all are we big fans of bleach. So if you tell anybody to pour some bleach out their household, they gonna look at you like, girl, you must be nuts. Kind of house you living in, you know. So, but my thing is that's fine, and you can continue using it. You know, dilute it if you're using it with the appropriate measurements. You know, water to bleach, you know, instead of just pouring and stuff. You know, we like to just pour because we think more is better. No, it's not always more is better. You know, you actually, when you pour more, you're really not getting any much more in the benefit as you would if you pour the right amount. Okay, so, but with when it comes to bleach in clothing, you know, when we put bleach in our clothes, it's like putting lotion on our bodies because it still gets into the skin cells. It still gets into our skin, you know. So be mindful of that as well. And the reason why I say that is because, you know, some people might want to create an alternative and try it out. It may or may not work. Everything don't work for everybody. Everybody clothes ain't as greasy or dingy or as dirty or smelly or whatever it may be, because everybody have this fabulous, you know, notion that, you know, they shit don't stink. But um, so yeah, you might want to come up with an alternative, a more natural alternative, and you may want to probably still use the bleach. But one thing you can't do, you can't use both natural products with a product like bleach. It ain't gonna work. That bleach ain't gonna work, and that natural product ain't gonna work together. It's you just creating a Frankenstein, put it like that. You're creating a monster. So the things you want to consider in the laundry room will be things like your laundry soap, your laundry powder. If you still use the laundry powders, you might want to consider the softeners and your dryer sheets. All of these products that I just named, you practically can make yourself. And if you feel like you don't want to make it because you don't think it will turn out right, or your clothes may not come clean, or whatever the case may be, because Tide just as good as you for you to keep you when you take that same money and go buy your own products to make batches and have to, for yourself, you know. So um yeah, but you can basically make all of these products on your own. But you know, you have people who feel like, well, I'm not good at things like that. I don't have the patience, and that's fine. So you may want to go and incorporate something else, like a more natural detergent. I had a few in mind, but it just slipped just that quick. But you might want to incorporate a couple of natural detergents. Did I see some dryer sheets with the products? But I never used the dryer sheets because it's just I just never took the time to even look at it, to look at the ingredients or anything. But there are some more natural and more non-toxic detergents out there that you can use into in your clothes for those who are sensitive, who have allergies, and um, and for those who just might want to try something more natural and let go of Tide and let go of Trend. I don't. Do anybody still use Trend out there? I haven't even been seeing Trend on the shelves. I mean, Trend was like big right next to Tide when I was a child. Cheers, y'all remember Cheers? I don't even see Cheers anymore. Wow, I'm going way back. I can go way back on a lot of stuff. Y'all, I have an old soul, but um, yeah. So these detergents, they yeah, they make your clothes smell good. You know, they make them smell like the fresh spring morning sun, and they make them just as, you know, the softeners make them just as soft as a baby's bottom. You know, so they good, but they contain chemicals. You know, they contain chemicals called VOCs. What VOCs are basically like volatile organic compounds. And when you're talking about detergent, when you're talking about liquid detergent, they can have as much as like what they would say. I'm not trying to get all scientific or not, but I'm just trying to give you an idea of where I'm coming from with these chemicals. So when I'm speaking these little terms that I'm trying to think of, I'm just trying to give you an idea of what these products contain, the kind of chemicals that are in them, and they're used for other stuff. They used to build stuff. They used for to get stuff running. We're not trying to put that in our bodies. So that's why I'm giving a couple of these little terms and stuff so that you'll know about the chemicals. And I'm not just saying, hey, they got this in it, they got that in it, and you're like, what is that? So yeah, when you thinking about these, they contain uh, volatile organic compounds. And when there is actually, well, this particular product, I think they were talking about, well, no, they're talking about laundry detergent. It contains 25 VOCs. And out of those 25 VOCs, seven of those VOCs are hazardous and air pollutants. So meaning like when you're in your laundry room or at the laundromat and you're in this stuffy place and you're smelling all of these fumes, right? But smell good. Your clothes getting clean, smelling good. This is how your clothes gonna smell when they come out, right? So you smelling all of these beautiful fumes, but seven of these fumes that you're smelling are hazardous to your health, and they're air pollutants. So we're breathing them in. Oh yes, we're breathing them in because they smell pretty. So that's one thing you want to consider when you're choosing your laundry detergent. So just you can use all you. So even if you do, let's say this, if you do decide to have, let's say you got your favorite detergent, Gain, Tide. That's still like a number one. Like if you do want to continue, let's say you just can't go cold turkey, and you may decide that you want to still incorporate some naturalness into this laundry routine, right? So you may use half of your Tide and then use half of the natural product. Now I know I said you can't mix the bleach is that bleach by itself is just toxic. It serves its good purposes, but to be mixed with other chemicals is what I'm saying. It's just like right out of the question. That's something I won't ever tell you to mix anything with but water. But you may want to add some baking soda to your wash. You may want to add some apple cider vinegar to your wash for the rinse cycle. You can even add it to the wash cycle to get your clothes smelling fresh. It'll work. It will work 10 times more than that Tide. I'm gonna tell you that. You may want to add some apple cider vinegar to your rinse cycle, or you can add some lemon juice to your rinse cycle, especially to your whites. You will use that lemon juice to not the darks. You use lemon juice to your whites in a white wash load cycle. And yeah, so and then when it comes to like dryer sheets and stuff, you may want to use something different. Like you can get creative, get some old rags, some old cotton rags, or buy some new cotton rags just specifically for your dryer sheets or whatever. And you can make your own scented fabric softener. And you can use water, distilled water. You can use some essential oils, particular essential oils. You can use lemon juice. You may be able to add a little baking soda to it to hold those scents in, because baking soda holds scents, if you all didn't notice. Like you can get some naturally scented items, products or whatever, and mix them in some baking soda and set it out, and it will hold scents. Baking soda does. Baking soda works wonders in a lot of things you do. So you may be incorporating baking soda into your whole lifestyle, whether it's food, doing your hair, giving yourself a facial scrub. Because yes, I use baking soda for a facial scrub, along with sugar. They call them sugar scrubs. And then you might want to use baking soda to scrub down your walls, scrub down your bathrooms. Yes, it's better than kitchen cleanser. I don't know who still use kitchen cleanser, but I can't stand that stuff no more. I never liked it as a child because it took me a long time just to get the residue out the tub. And I'm a very, very picky person, and I'm like, I cringe at a lot of stuff. So if I see some kitchen cleanser residue in a tub, um, that is not gonna happen. So yes, I would prefer to use baking soda to scrub down some stuff. So again, when it comes to your laundry detergent, if you do choose to decide to stick with your favorite laundry detergent, that's fine. But try incorporating adding some natural products, like add that baking soda. And some probably do, but switch it up. Maybe one wash you might want to wash with your detergent and some baking soda. Maybe another wash you may want to mix some borax, washing soda, baking soda. You might want to mix all of these together and make this more natural powder. And I know you all looking at me like borax. Yes, they have borax, and I've checked it out and everything, looking at it all, and it's a little bit more harsher than washing soda, but the compounds and the chemicals they have in them does not measure up to what these VOCs have that's in these VOCs now in these products. So there are several ways you can make your own natural mixture without creating a Frankenstein. You know, we want to be mindful of, we're taking care of our outside bodies, but we want to take care of inside bodies, but we want to also take care of outside bodies, but the correct way. We don't want to just paint it up, throw a costume on it and say, voila, here I am, take me who I am, because that's not your natural self, you know? That's what I mean when I'm like, with these laundry products, we want to consider putting things on our skin. So for a couple of, I can give you all a couple of ways to, now, like when you're in your laundry room, like I said, when you're sniffing these fumes, they are very harmful. So you want to increase the ventilation in your laundry room or in your household. You want to try to use a lot more homemade cleaners, or incorporate them more on the side of your favorite brand. So I'm sorry, you all. My mouth is getting totally dry. So a simple wash recipe, like I said, you can combine some baking soda, some washing soda, some grated castle soap, and some, you can add, as far as scent, you can add like the lavender essential oil, some lemon, or some grapefruit fruits. You can play with it, see how fun it can be to add your own scents and create your own scents for your laundry, instead of everybody walking around smelling like Tide or Gain. Now I smell different from you. I know I washed with something totally different from you. We know we don't smell like Tide, you know. But as far as a natural bleach alternative, you can do you mix like some water with lemon juice. I'm not giving measurements. I'm just throwing out because just some ingredient ideas. So you can mix like some lemon juice, some water. With the lemon juice helps freshen. Again, it's a freshener, and it also helps soften, like the vinegar. Like the apple cider vinegar. So it freshens and softens, and it breaks down a lot of grime while you're washing as well. It's keeping your washing machine clean. If you think about it, when you clean out your electronics, your washers, your stoves, your microwaves, and stuff like that, you use lemon. And if possible, you use the actual real lemon to rub around it to let it sit down. But that's something else. That's something else. I almost got off point. But yes, you want to use lemon, the water, You can use peroxide. Mix the peroxide. You might want to use the 3% hydrogen peroxide. So that right there is like an alternative bleach. Like I said, it may work for some, it may not work for all because everybody clothes is different. So that's something you can start with your new garments. If your old garments is a little bit worn out, or something you may be able to bring back to life, cool. You got a natural product. You got something natural. You don't have to worry about your whites turning yellow because of the constant use of bleaching. And you can also use these products on your gym shoes. This alternative bleach. And I know a lot of you use baking soda on your shoes when you scrub. I mean, if you don't, y'all better get with it, man. It's cheaper. It's natural. Your hands won't be breaking out and drying out. Now, some people may get dry because some people are sensitive to a lot of stuff, but you know how to moisturize your hand. But it's a natural product, so that's an alternative. What you don't want to mix, you don't want, like I said, you don't want to mix your bleach. You don't want to mix bleach with vinegar. You don't want to mix bleach and ammonia. I know you all. You don't want to mix bleach with rubbing alcohol or peroxide. You don't want to mix peroxide and vinegar. This is the acid is just is unbearable. And if you're mixing vinegar and baking soda, we all know that it bubbles up. We all know the reaction. But you want to be careful on how much you're mixing because the fumes can be overbearing, but it can be a good cleaning solution. Matter of fact, it is a good cleaning solution if you're mixing your vinegar and your baking soda. Don't shake it. No, don't shake it because you're going to explode. It's going to explode. You want to tilt back and forth until the mixture gets where it mixes up. But don't shake it because it will explode. So be mindful of those things. If for all-purpose cleaner, you might want to use some vinegar mixed with some baking soda and some water. And what I use personally, as far as a scent, I love my lavender. I love my lemon, coconut. I love all my scents, but I ran into this one oil called Purify. And Purify is a blend of different essential oils like wild orange, and it has pine, it has lime, it has lemon. It has a lot of different kind of oils that are combined together, and it just makes this one fresh scented oil. And I use it to add to a lot of things to clean around the house. That's just one way to use it. So you can have fun making your own products and making your own scents. You don't have to constantly go spend all this money on all of these detergents constantly, on a daily basis, going broke on bringing chemicals into your household, but study going to the doctor. You buying the sickness and then you paying to get it fixed as well. So it doesn't make sense. So I know it's easier said than done, but it helps like if you just start to take a step, like that's what we're doing today. Like, where do I start? Start with your makeup, then start with your beauty, with your skin products, your hair products, then move on into the kitchen. So you just work your way around the house until you feel that you've reached the level of naturalness, or till you've gotten to the point where you have started from having a toxic household to less toxic household. Everybody burning sage. You can burn the sage and getting burnt marks all over your house. You smell good, but it's still the same. But I just had to throw that out there because my daughter was talking to me, asking me. She said, "Mom, you got some sage?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's in a cabinet with the seasoning." She, "Not that kind of sage." "Well, honey, I don't deal with sage, no other kind of level, not because what everybody else is doing, but it is what it is." But so yeah, you can create your own products if you can't find or afford to go out and purchase the already made natural, organic, and non-toxic products. So you use all, like I said, I show products like the lemon juice, the apple cider vinegar, products like the baking soda, the castle soap, honey, I did say lemon, coconut oil, tea tree oil. All of these products you can incorporate them, whether it's in the kitchen, whether it's eating, cleaning, or beauty products. So you just be careful when you're mixing these products, and because you're pouring more of one product than the other doesn't mean it's going to work better. It has to be equal parts when you're mixing these products. Um, so when you want to think about naturalness, um, I just want to ask people, like, when you think about naturalness, what are some of the things that you all do? Do you incorporate baking soda into your laundry load? Do you look at the labels on your meat when you're shopping for organic or naturally raised or natural foods? Do you all make some of your own products? So I would love to know if anybody does anything and share. If so, but if not, yeah, you can use. And oh yeah, when you're using it, I know a lot of reasons why we buy these products is for because they smell good. So the most natural way I can tell you to scent your products, if you're making them, um, is use essential oils. Those are the most natural plant-based oils. They're derived from plants, you know, um, and like everything else, they have to be used accordingly, and you have to be safe when using them as well. So when you're using essential oils, you want to be careful how you use them. You want to be careful how you mix them. Um, so that's something that I had to learn to do, because I started off making my products with different kind of oils. I'm like, hey, it smells good. Plus, I just made my own oil. So, I mean, my own body wash. So, hey, I got my own natural body wash. But I had to think, wait a minute. I just bought those oils because they smell good. But did I really, really look at them? So, yeah, it doesn't matter what you're using, natural. It doesn't matter. You still need to pay attention because it's going in your body. This is your temple. You only get one. If you want to look good, you have to, it takes work, not paint, not coloring it, not outlining it, and you have to naturally take care of yourself inside out. So yeah, you have to be careful when you're applying these chemicals. And I know I keep saying this, but not chemicals, but when you're applying these products, because some of them can have bad effects. So um, that is all we have today for the laundry, the embracing your laundry and reducing your oil, processed oil consumption. But I did want to take the time to thank you guys again for watching me. And I just want to tell you, if you are watching me live, I'm really thankful that you are here. And for those of you who are watching the replay, if you can just type in replay at the bottom so that I know you were able to get the information. And you can comment and just comment replay. And again, I really appreciate that you all are staying with me during these natural and non-toxic steps into a more non-toxic lifestyle. And if you may be in a perfect place, you may be good, you may be whatever, you may be all the good, you may be doing exactly what I'm saying, or you probably been doing it for a while, so you may be in a good place. But there may be someone that um, who can benefit from this information, because I do find myself talking and just conversating with a lot of people at different ages, and it's just interesting because I didn't really think it was too many people out there that was like health conscious. And it's a lot of health conscious people out there, but just not gonna say nothing, and that's fine because everybody do things in due time. But it may be someone out there that may, that probably can benefit from this information. So if possible, I will be happy if you all can, if you can share it to someone that that can benefit. And also, I know I talked about a lot about incorporating a lot of oils into your products, as far as the smell part of them, because we like how our products smell. That's another reason. And that's one of the biggest reasons why we purchase that product, because of how it smells. And the fragrance in these products are the most toxic. So if you want to add your own fragrant, you add plant-based oils, such as essential oils. And if you want to learn more about the oils, my team and we do Tuesday. Hey, Granny on here. You want to say hi to everybody? Come on, hurry up because we're closing out. We got to hurry up and say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You want to say hi to everybody? Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Say see you later.
Sure.
Okay, Granny got to hurry up and go so we can make lunch, late lunch. So, back to what I was saying. If you want to learn more about the essential oils and how to use them the correct way, me and my team, again, we have a Tuesday night class. And what we talk about in Tuesday, we'll be talking about how to use essential oils in your everyday life, how it supports everyday health concerns. And at the end of the class, there will be a Q&A session to get any questions answered that you may had running around in your head about essential oils. If you have any questions about anything that I've talked about today regarding reducing processed oils, the reduced processed oil consumption, and applying natural products in your laundry routine, if you have any questions, or just comment below, ask the questions below, and I will come right back and answer any questions that you all had. I really thank you guys for taking this afternoon to spend with me on these great tips to a more natural and non-toxic lifestyle. And I hope that everybody have a safe and great day. Smooches, everybody.